What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm Blake McLain, and I'm a music producer. So today we are doing Wilbur Soot's new band's new EP that they just put out. The band is called LoveJoy, and honestly, I'm pretty stoked. I've done some of Wilbur Soot's stuff in the past, like I just did Your New Boyfriend on the channel, and I've actually done his solo EP, which is up on the Patreon if you want to go check that out. And also, it just helps support the channel like a ton. You guys have no idea how much it means when you go to the Patreon. So yeah, small plug there. But anyways, I'm excited because honestly, listening to his solo stuff, I wanted to hear a little bit more dynamically, and I wanted to see, where his vocal would go and everything like that with music that was more dynamic. And I'm pretty sure he records most of his fun songs and stuff like that on his own. So when you're working with other people, it's just interesting to see how that, how everybody ends up playing off of each other differently. It just takes you to a whole new creative space. So I'm stoked. That being said, before we get started, as always, please give me a like, give me a subscribe if you enjoy the channel, and I'm going to put my social media in one of these corners. I don't know which one yet. Please give me a follow on Instagram or Twitter, whatever you use, and send messages, drop comments, let me know what you like, what you don't, what you want to see, what you want to hear, that sort of a thing. And that's the whole laundry list, so let's jump in. Let's go. First song is called Taunt. So let's see. Come on, over.
She's always asking, am I alright? As if auspicious or in my pint. I'll find the answer or a good night.
Okay, I can't pin it, but that guitar, the way it's mixed, sounds like something I've heard before that I used to listen to. I don't know what it is. Maybe it'll hit me as I keep listening.
Thank God the time is short. And yes, you always do that one thing when you wrinkle up the nose bridge. I'm trying to figure out what that meant. I took it as a taunt. Remember way back then in school?
Nice. Perfect.
Oh, did anybody ever say no to you? Oh, did anybody ever say no to you?
It's like indie punk almost, But you can honestly tell that he knows what he's doing because everybody actually probably knows what they're doing because they're trading out space extremely well. You go guitar, you go bass, then you come the vocal, and so everything feels like it's constantly moving, it's constantly changing, and it's always pulling your ear. And it's very, very, very rhythmic on that verse too. And once it jumps into this bit, it's actually nice and elongated. Everything comes together, so it feels like it's gone somewhere.
I don't think I have a clue. 'Cause well, did anybody ever say no to you? Or did anybody ever say no to you? Whoa. You're always trying to leave the table. Phone calls, toilet breaks, unstable. And don't you think that we can all tell? You're insecure, you're insecure. I guess I always do that one thing when I get too drunk and jump in.
It's got a nice charm to it too, honestly. I like this with a band.
Figure out what makes your brain tick. I'm a listener, remember way back then in school? 'Cause well, did anybody ever say no to you? Or did anybody ever say no to you? Whoa, I don't think I have a clue. 'Cause well, did anybody ever say no to you? Or does anybody ever say no?
You can also tell that everything was recorded organically and that those aren't MIDI drums. Pretty sure they're not MIDI drums. If he comes back and he comments and they're like the MIDI drums, I'm gonna lose my mind. But everything feels, you can tell with the little tiny fluctuations and things like that on the drums, and with the guitar primarily. I'm talking about the drums here. It just adds something more natural to the music. I've come to find that with recording real drums, you just end up with a more, like I said, natural sound and a more cohesive sound, which I like. I mean, that's what this feels like.
Whoa. Woo! Nothing so.
Yeah, for sure. You can even hear on those little toms that those kind of things. You can hear just the little bit of slur with the drumsticks, on the heads.
'Cause I don't think so. As you're dashing out the front door, you claim to try to touch the cat door. Thank God the time is short. And yes, you you always do that one thing. Cause when you throw and trash me under your drink, I'm trying to figure out what that means. I took it as a taunt.
So the only thing I do kind of want in that a little bit more was those horns. I'm pretty sure they were horns. They were probably MIDI horns, but this could sound really cool as like a bit more like ska, you know? It'd be pretty sick. Okay, so let's see what's next. One Day. Horns. Nice.
Why'd you have to kill my cat? Why'd I have to take you back?
Maybe it's Say Anything. It might be Say Anything. That's what this reminds me of a little bit. It reminds me of the band Say Anything. Ha! One of my favorite bands too. I love them. They're amazing.
Time and time I play the empire. I don't know why. Some lights on in an empty bar. A toilet with the seat left up. It's closure like a deer in headlight. One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future. Maybe one day, oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future. Maybe one day, oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent?
That rhythmic change is gorgeous, absolutely perfect. It's a great lead in. It feels like everything is moving perfectly. Fantastic.
So let's talk about what I want to do. Cause all I want to do is turn back time at least a couple Tuesdays to before I found one life turned to. I said it last time, but I'm not afraid of empty rooms. I'm not afraid of new perfume. And in fact, my dear, I'm fucking terrified. One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the...
You know what's cool too? This kind of music you have to analyze a little bit differently, or at least I do, than I do pop music, because it's allowed to have weird inconsistencies and like his lyric here. If this was a pop song, I would totally be all over and be like, I don't like it. But here it works.
I know that you will be there one day. I'll focus on the future, maybe one day. Oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? One day
I must have missed it. It must have been farther back.
My dear, I'm fucking terrified.
I'm fucking terrified. That bit, if it was a pop song, I'd be like, okay, you're trying to fit too many syllables in. But because everything has this like perfectly inorganized organization, I guess that's kind of, it's like perfectly imperfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. It's perfectly imperfect. But it lends itself to this style, you know?
I know that you will be there one day. I'll focus on the future, maybe one day. Oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? One day I know that you will be there one day. I'll focus on the future, maybe one day. Oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? Woo! One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future, maybe one day. Oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? One day I know that you will be there. One day
I was actually hoping they would put a little bit more verb on his vocal like they do right here, and maybe even just a little bit more to kind of throw it back just a tad in more with the mix, because it is super up front, you know, but still it sits.
Cause on the future maybe one day. Oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent?
Although I will say this, because he's not singing super high, when you have all of those instruments, the frequencies are fighting each other. So when you have a lower voice where you're sitting more in like the mids and the lows, it's going to fight with the bass, it's going to fight with the guitar, it's going to fight with the drums, it's going to fight a lot more with anything else, because those other frequencies kind of stick out above them already, you know? So mixing wise, this was probably actually the best choice, pushing his vocal farther forward so it didn't get lost and muddied with everything else. Okay, so let's keep going. Sex sells. It's just so say anything.
Think he'd realize, but he's infatuated with ideas of possessions and far-flung social policy.
This is my favorite so far. Not gonna lie, this one's my favorite. It's even more dynamic than the others. It's kind of falling down and bringing it back up. Let's see where it goes for the hook.
His daddy works on the council, and Mrs. loves the silver spoon.
Again, though, I still think a bigger reverb on his vocal, just kind of like back behind it. Still leave it where it is, but put that bigger reverb. It's gonna sound more like Killers-ish if you do that, you know? Maybe even like a little proximity on his vocal would be kind of cool.
Just a little. Sorry, but this boy was too good to lose. And I'll listen carefully with his pressed to the floor as you make your way downstairs.
And you know what that would probably do too? Instead of pushing the volume back, it would probably make it feel more like he's back with all the other instruments instead of so far forward. Come on. There we go.
You haven't gone far to fall. Now it's red, now it's dead, now it's everything she needed. Now it's full, open doors, pillows pressed under your knees. Now it's a sad, sappy sucker to ensure happy ending.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's what I was looking for. That's a good hook already. I see. I can just, you feel it when it comes in like that. It's like, there's the melody you were waiting for. Perfect.
Not there, I know she's going to his flag. A Capricorn over there.
I probably would have done that same bit like 1 or 2 times though, and then just play with that like, and this is honestly where a producer sort of does come in, or even just because he is good at music and all that stuff and he writes all the time. It's very obvious. But having somebody else there with you to be like, dude, we should do this, or we should take it this way, or we should try this, just kind of hones you in. It's even hard for me, like writing on my own and producing on my own. I think everybody struggles with that. But there, just to kind of hone in that sound a little bit more and make it even catchier. Like you could take it from here to here if you just go same line, same line, same line, tail line there on that hook, but keep kind of the same melody that he has. And it would probably just, like I said, it'd be fantastic.
Sex sounds know that I've been scared of sleeping with the lights on. No, she's not there. No, she's going to his flat.
See, I wouldn't have jumped in that to his door. I would have been like, I'm so scared of sleeping with the lights on. Ba ba da 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 da. Ba ba da 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 da. That kind of a thing. It's like right in my break spot. So that's a weird one to jump down. But you feel me. You kind of get what I'm saying.
A Capricorn up there. They say sex sounds know that. You could buy my silence if you've got none to lose. If you're still infatuated with the truth. So will you do what's easy, or will you do what's right? Please just could you let me know? Where will you
Little double kick there on the drums.
sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Where will
Someone's played a little metal because it's going down, down, that kind of a thing.
you sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Where will you sleep tonight? Where will you sleep at night?
And some harmonies over that too. Where will you sleep tonight? Where will you sleep tonight? That kind of a thing would be kind of sick over top of his. Where will you sleep tonight? Yeah.
How do you sleep at night? Cultured man, Venetian center, red wine and club bands, Viagra pills on the nightstand. How's it feel?
Yeah, and their drums need to just be a little bit farther forward. Man, this has so much potential. It's unbelievable. I'm happy that people are listening to this too. Supporting bands. That makes me so happy, guys. Like, you have no idea. Actually, so I'm doing something new. I'm starting it this week on the channel, so keep an eye out for it. And again, make sure you subscribe so you see it when it comes up. Probably going to premiere it, but I'm going to run you guys through the entire making of an album. I'm going to start vlogging it once a week. I started working with a couple guys. We're a band, and we're going to basically start at the very, very, very beginning, write the songs, make the demos, record everything, and put it all out at the very end of everything. It'll probably be, about a month and a half, 2 months long worth of vlogs and stuff. But if you want to see the process, you want to see how I work, you want to see how I work with other people, that kind of a thing, check it out whenever it comes out.
How's it feel to be so loved? How's it feel to be so loved yet so alone? Been scared of sleeping with the lights on. No, she's not there, I know she's going to his flat. A Capricorn, oh fuck that. They say sex sells and know that. I've been scared of sleeping with the lights off. No, she's not there, I know she's going to his flat. A Capricorn, oh fuck that. They say sex sells and know that. I've been scared of sleep.
Yeah, and you could always take that Capricorn part and move it to like the bridge, you could always just sort of rearrange things a little bit, but it's also kind of preference.
With the lights off, no she's not there, I know she's going to his flat. A Capricorn, oh fuck that. They say sex sells and know that. Sex sells and know that. Sex sells and know that. Do you sleep at night?
Right on. Okay. Go to the last song. This is let's see, Cause for Concern. Which I like that name a lot. That could have been a really cool it would have been a really good actually EP name.
What's it to you? You're down another 8 ball. I haven't even got the cue. And you look dreadful.
And a couple other little responses in the back could be kind of cool with taking his vocal and just adding those little bits of something to pull it back, pull it back kind of a thing. And I mean, they're not really, those are just little black lines to it, These are still fantastic. And honestly, guys, a lot of this stuff, a lot of people are going to be like, no, they're perfect the way they are. I always am going to give some sort of little bit of advice. That's just my job.
When you jump to what you'll resort to, singing chants, we ain't gonna hurt you. But when there's fuck cool else to do, you could eat the fun from the headrest. Knock the wind out my breath.
You know what? With this long shot here, but with the songs that I'm doing right now with that band, I should totally get him to do a guest vocal on something. That would be cool. Fandom, make it happen. Let's see what we can do.
You could kick the teeth into my head. There's no cause for concern. What's it to you? You're down another 8 ball. I haven't even got the cue. And you look dreadful when you jump to what you'll resort to. Singing chants, we ain't gonna hurt you. But when there's fuck cool else to do. You could eat the fun from the headrest.
I also like how the horns are actually kind of following that melody just a little bit. It just adds another layer to it, you know, and kind of pushes it forward.
You can knock the wind out of my breath, and you can kick the teeth into my head. And still there's no cause for concern.
So like there you could do the my head, and then come in with that oh no no with like a high harmony over top of what he's doing, so it all kind of connects.
We ain't gonna hurt you. We ain't gonna hurt you. We ain't gonna hurt you. 'Cause when there's fuck cool else to do, we could eat the fun from the headrest. We could suck the wind out of my breath.
This just feels good. It's a good classic sound, saying exactly what you want up front and getting across, you know, your point, which is the whole goal in music, you know? It's not overdone, it's not overthought, it's well put together.
And you can kiss the teeth into my head. And still there's no cause for concern. I said there's no cause for concern.
Right on. Wow. Okay, well, not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with that. That's exactly what I wanted for him, and I'm stoked that he went that direction with everything. And I'm stoked that there's a band too. Like, people are finally supporting bands again. Like, this is cool. You know, keep it up, and yeah, I love it. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for hanging around. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll catch y'all later.